Guys, it's Mr. Hamill, April 30th for film. Okay, let's dive right on in here. Okay, so today's going to be short and sweet. I hope that you guys all watched the video from last time and we're setting up your projects. Um, we'll talk about that in a second, what to do next. First off, though, let's check out, I've got a Washington Post article for you. Now, look, this is about computer programming. I know that's not filmmaking, but I still thought it was pretty cool and definitely worth a read. We've got this high school student who goes by Nate in the article, and he created a bot. It's called BirdBot, and it ended up when he released it, people ended up taking it and used it. They used it to scour, like Walmart and Target and Best Buy and these kind of places online. And they're hoarding Nintendo Switches. They bought them all up, like before anyone else could get them. And they did it because since everyone's stuck inside, they can flip them, resell them, scalp them, however you want to say it. And this guy, Nate, he's a junior. He got a lot of hate over it, creating this thing. So I don't know. I thought it was cool. It's a good article. It's a good read. It's a good think about what can happen with the stuff that we make, and the stuff that you guys can do. Even as students, creative people are capable of an awful lot. Definitely worth a read. I've got the link here in our film and video editing, our class notebook. This is right here. There's going to be a couple of questions on the attendance for today, of reflection questions. They're pretty simple. It's just like a check to see if you read it or not. I'm interested in what you guys think. Just go ahead and write it down. I'll give you an easy quiz grade on it. All right, let's move on to our edit. So I know last time you guys all should have created your folders, right? Okay, and we started figuring out how to edit, right? So what I would say is if you have access to Premiere, you want to edit in Premiere, okay? If you're editing on your phone, I understand, but if you have it, use it, okay? Don't just try to get by doing whatever's easiest. Oh, I can sit on the couch without a computer in my lap and do it on my phone in 10 seconds and turn it in. Yeah, you can, okay? And honestly, if that's what you do, that's what you do. I understand we're in this kind of situation. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna fail you if you turn it in. However, you're not learning, okay? If you turn in garbage and you get credit for garbage, it's garbage, right? It's still garbage. Like, what I'm trying to get you to think about is that if you want to be a creative person, you have to make stuff on your own. Even if it's not for a grade, even if it's not for an assignment, you have to do it because you have passion. So this right here, I think this is a cool idea, this quarantine documentary. If you don't, feel free to do something else and let me know what it is. But if you're doing this, you might as well do it well. So again, if you have Premiere, please use Premiere. If you don't, and you're using Rush, or you're using Windows Movie Maker or Spark or anything else, that's fine, but only use those if you can't get Premiere, all right, guys? Okay, so what I want you to do is you're going to create a new project, right? You're going to come in, you're going to have your folders laid out, right? Photos, videos, sequence. And we're going to make one sequence. We did this last time, right? And all the aspect ratios are wrong. I understand that. We'll fix that in a second. Or not in a second, but we'll fix that in a future lesson. Okay? But you can start playing with, how these different clips work together. Now, I'm mixing and matching clips from different students right now, just as an example, but you can start playing with how stuff works together. That should be where we're at right now. What I need from you, and this is going to be due next week, the first class of next week, so I guess that's going to be Tuesday. I'm going to put an assignment up where all you have to do is take a screenshot just like this, or a photo with your phone, and show me that you have your folders set up, okay? And that you have a sequence created. Now look, I'm gonna know if you have an empty project, because if it says video and it says 0, it means you didn't actually put anything in there. So just make sure that you've got everything set up and ready to go. Next week, we're gonna start laying stuff out, and it's gonna be an actual edit. And we'll, hopefully we'll figure out how to get you guys to export, and we'll be able to look at each other's, rough cuts. But for right now, I want to make sure that everyone is able to pull everything in and they're ready to go, okay? So, whatever program you're using, if you're not using Premiere, if you're using Rush, I still want a screenshot. If you need to take multiple screenshots to show me that you have everything set up, do it. Upload them. Okay, guys, have a good weekend. Don't forget our challenge questions, okay? Let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I told you it would be short today. Yeah. Don't forget your reflection questions here. Read the article. It's pretty cool. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Remember, we're going to start putting it together next week, so get everything set up.